What is going on, everyone? SVT Zach here, bringing you a video, and I'm wanting to kind of go over like the top guys to follow for sn95 Mustang content. So these are guys that I personally follow, and I think they make pretty good content in terms of like going in depth on how to work on stuff on the Mustang, different things about the Mustang. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive in, and we're going to start with one of my favorites here, and that's Warhorse Racing. So I discovered him, I guess, a little over a year and a half ago, maybe about a year ago, right before I got into autocross racing. And his videos, they're all about autocross and the Mustang and how it is, one of the best platforms to build an autocross car with. And if you like autocross, I recommend giving him a follow, watching some of his videos. Even if you don't have a Mustang, a lot of his stuff applies just for autocross in general. And even if you don't like autocross, but you like Mustangs, I recommend giving him a follow because a lot of his stuff has to do with Mustangs as well. So he's got a Fox body that he kind of goes over stuff with, and then he's got a couple of new edges. One's a V6, one's a V8, and he autocrosses all of them, but he works on all of them, and he talks about different suspension stuff, weight reduction. As you can see, he's got quite a few videos here, and he kind of goes over things that can give you better handling for the track, different stuff like that. He does an IRS swap on his V6 Mustang, but he's just got a lot of great content. I've watched all these videos at least 2 times each. When I'm bored, I'll just go to his channel. I'll just start watching some of his videos. He's got some really great stuff. So, and I'll link all these guys in the description, but I definitely recommend looking up Warhorse Racing, giving him a subscribe, and then watching some of his stuff, because you'll definitely get some good use out of it. So the next person on my list is going to be the MG channel. So I'm not really sure how I found him. I think I just came across one of his videos one day, but this guy is pretty cool. He's a very humble guy. He had a supercharged Mustang at one point, and I guess a little over a year ago he got his dream car, the 2003 SVT Cobra, the Terminator, and he makes a bunch of videos on that. But his videos are really great. He does good stuff with editing. He includes clips from like other videos or like from old Mustang ads, and he's got some really good stuff. And I really enjoy his videos, and he kind of talks about in some of them how he came to America and how he discovered the Mustang and he discovered the Terminator and how he's always wanted it and he finally got it. So it's a really cool channel, and he goes over a lot of different stuff. He kind of covers just various Mustang videos and why you should get a Terminator, how it came to be, stuff like that. So I definitely recommend giving him a follow. I like his content. It's enjoyable. So give him a subscribe there. So up next, I'm going to go to Danny Johnson's Garage. So I've actually been watching his videos since I got my Mustang, because he's got a lot of how-to videos. And because I had never had a Mustang before this one, and I've only had it for not even 2 years yet. And so when I first got it and started working on it, I didn't know how to do a lot of stuff, and I found some of his videos, and I kind of use them as tutorials on doing stuff. But he goes over a bunch of different stuff. He's really into Mustangs. He treats his Mustangs really well. He's got this yellow Terminator Cobra that he's like meticulous about, and it's in very good condition. And he's very passionate about Mustangs and Cobras, and he's got a Mach 1 as well, and his brother's actually got a channel, and I'll cover his brother's channel on here as well. But he's just got a lot of cool videos. I like watching them. He talks a lot about Mustangs, and some of them are a little bit longer, but I find myself watching them from start to end. He kind of goes over different stuff on the Cobra, different things you probably didn't know. He does like videos on fast removals, like taking things apart. It's just, he's got a lot of great stuff, and he's really detailed with his vehicles. And him and his brother combined, they have quite a few different Mustangs, and it kind of just, it gave me a lot more respect for my Mustang. It made me appreciate my Mustang a lot more watching his content. And the same with his brother, which I'll jump to his brother right now, Justin SVT. He's got great content too. He's got a lot of Mustangs. He's actually got a lot of Mustang wheels. In this video right here, I'm hovering over, he goes over a bunch of different wheels that he's got for all of his Mustangs. But his first V8 Mustang was this blue Mach 1 that you see on that video there, and he's very meticulous about that car too. And then he's got a red Mach 1 that he uses as a daily driver. He's got a Bullet GT that he uses as a daily, and I think he's got one or two Cobras. I can't remember. They've combined, him and his brother, Danny Johnson. They've got a ton of Mustangs, but they just have cool content. Pretty much Justin's stuff's kind of similar to Danny's. He goes over different things. He's got a whole story on this Bullet Mustang that he's got and how he came to discover it, and kind of how he got into Mustangs, and it's kind of cool to watch that stuff. So go ahead and give him a subscribe too if you're just into the SN95, especially the New Edge, because that's all his Mustangs are the New Edge Mustangs. He's got some good content there. Next we'll hop over to Truck and Roll, which I just recently discovered him within the last 2 months, and he just got a Mustang, I want to say like 9 or 10 months ago. Let's see if we can figure that out here. Yeah, right here. So 8 months ago, he got this Mustang. It's a sn95 Cobra. It's a 97, so it's the same year as mine. It's white, just like mine. But he bought it as, I guess, like a cheap track car build. And I like his stuff because he's got a cool mustache, yeah. And he goes in depth on how to do stuff that you don't really see videos on how to do. Like, he does this valve cover install video. I think one of his videos, yeah, this one here, he drops the K member, and it's like, there aren't too many videos on Mustangs on how to do some of this stuff. And that's kind of why I like his stuff. And like, he does the Panhard bar, the Maximum Motorsports Panhard bar install, and he videos all that in a 2-part series, which I hadn't seen any other videos on the Maximum Motorsports Panhard bar, and that's one of those things that I plan on getting eventually. And so it's kind of cool to see how in-depth that install is, so I can kind of know what I'm getting into. And I like he's tastefully modifying his vehicle, and he's doing all like suspension and chassis stuff, which I like. He does the full-length subframe connectors. He does this video here, total suspension overhaul in 24 hours. And as you can see, he's got the conies. He's got new springs, sway bars. He just kind of goes over, redoes the whole suspension. And you know, right here, like this one, the MGW shifter, like he just does really tasteful mods. He's not going the cheap route on anything, and he goes real in depth on some of the stuff. The only thing I don't like is he turned comments off on his videos, which, if you've come across me or if you come across a video where I've commented, I like to like ask questions, and I'm really curious about stuff, and I like to be able to comment and, you know, ask those things, or, you know, say, hey man, this is an awesome build, stuff like that. And since he turned the comments off, I can't do that, and for some reason that's really frustrating to me. So dude, if you're watching this, turn your comments back on. So we'll go to the next one on the list here, and that's going to be, we'll do Snake Bitten 97. So I've been following this guy for a while. We follow each other on Instagram and on YouTube here. He's a pretty cool guy. He does a lot of stuff, and I think he's from Florida, lives in Florida, so he's got Mustang lifestyle on his videos a lot, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. But him and his dad, they own I think it's a 96 Cobra, It's a 96 to 98, one of those years, Cobra. It might be a 97. And he's got a Mach 1, and then they've got an '03 or '04 Terminator Cobra as well. And they're all white, and so he's got the whole 4-valve Mustang thing covered. They've got 3 of them, all the different, all the different ones. The sn95 97 or 96, 98 Cobra. They've got the New Edge Terminator, and then they've got the New Edge Mach 1. So he's got a lot of cool stuff on his video. He does a lot of car meets up with a lot of different guys. But really nice guy. Seems like he's really down to earth. And he's just got some cool content, and he's got some beautiful cars. So definitely recommend giving him a follow, because he's got all the bases covered. If you're an older sn95 guy, then he's got that. If you like the New Edge body style, he's got that. If you're in the Terminator, he's got that content too. So go ahead and check him out. Give him a subscribe. He's got some good stuff going on there. Next, we'll hit Busted Knuckle Productions. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. He's got quite a few followers here. He's at a little over 5,000, but from what I get, he's a mechanic, and he works in I guess a family-owned shop. So he does a lot of his stuff where he's working on the Mustang in the shop. So it's kind of nice. It's not like it's a well-lit shop, so you can see what's going on. It's not like a dark garage where he's making videos and you can't see anything. But he carb swaps. He's got a 5.0 sn95, and it's carbureted. He does some different stuff with his Mustang, but he's got some pretty cool videos. It's kind of cool to go through some of his stuff. I've been following him for like 4 or 5 months now, I guess. But definitely recommend giving him a subscribe there and checking out his stuff, because he's got some cool stuff going on there. And then another one that I recently found, Reynolds Rides. So I guess he's been doing videos for a while, but he just recently picked up a sn95 Cobra. I think it's 96 or 97. It's a 97. So same year as mine. But let me see if I can figure out when he picked this thing up. So it was pretty recently here, so 7 months ago. And he kind of goes over some of the things that he's doing. He got a really good deal on it. It's got a lot of miles on it, apparently. So he's just kind of fixing certain things on it. And I asked him kind of what his goals were with it, and it's basically just to kind of restore it. So it's kind of cool to watch his stuff. He really goes over a lot of different details with it. And not every video is going to be the Cobra. He's got some other vehicles. I think he's got a Camaro and a Corvette. So just keep that in mind, that they're not all going to be about the Mustang, but he does do Mustang videos every so often. So pretty cool stuff. Give him a subscribe. He's got some good stuff going, and he just kind of got into the Mustang. So I'm sure there's some good stuff to come on that one. Next, we'll go to Horseplay Motoring. This is another guy I just found. He commented on one of my videos, I think it was my strut tower video. Said something about how he did a test on the strut tower, and how much body flex the Mustang has without it. And I went and watched the video, and then I ended up watching like 15 or 20 of his videos. But he's got a lot of cool stuff on here. He does a lot of stuff to his Mustang. I can't remember what year it is, but it's an sn95. And he's been doing a lot of different stuff to it. He goes over some things with it. I think I used one of his videos as like a how-to video when I was working on my car. So he's got some good informative videos. So I definitely recommend giving him a follow. And he's just kind of 1,000 subscribers. So he's just kind of getting discovered, I think. More people are starting to follow him, so check him out. He's got some good stuff there. And I think that's it. Those are like the main guys I follow. I've got some other ones on here, but I don't really mess with them too much. Some of them don't post very much, and then some of them you probably already heard of. But I just kind of wanted to give these guys some recognition, because they're just your average, everyday guys. They're not they're not, you know, traveling to car meets in Florida and buying beach or renting beach houses and stuff like that, or you know, they're not just loaded in money. They're, you know, just your everyday guys, giving you good content on your Mustang, and so I recommend supporting these guys, giving them a subscribe, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a subscribe. I plan on making more content, stuff like this, for, you know, basically guys that are into like the 94 to 04 Mustang. That's kind of my wheelhouse. That's what I'm into right now since I have the 97. So stay tuned. You know, there's going to be some more good content coming, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. See you guys later.